Back here to Up North at 4. Bess Donahue joining us now to chat about the Northwoods Film Festival coming up this weekend. And I'll be honest with you, before I moved up here, I never knew that this was a thing. I think this is so cool, though, just to kind of highlight local directors and filmmakers, right? What was sort of the inspiration to starting this?
Absolutely. Well, I have been in and out of the film industry a little bit, and I always wanted to bring some of the great independent films that play at other film festivals around the country to the Northwoods. There's so much great content out there, and it's especially great when you can see it with other audiences in a theater. So that was my main motivation, was to bring some really great independent film to audiences that can be shared together.
So it may sound basic, but what is a film festival? You pick the films. Are they all independent films, and how do they get chosen?
Absolutely. So yes, they're all independent films. I'm looking for films that are engaging but also entertaining. We have 2 documentaries and 2 narrative films. Each film is very unique. We have different filmmakers sharing different stories from different cultures. And so when I'm going about trying to find films, I just try to think about, you know, what would the audiences like up here, but also what's going to engage them a little bit more than beyond what they might normally see on the screen.
Gotcha. Like one of those, you want the movie, the film, to be something that you think about, right? After the fact, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming when you sit down to watch these films to decide which one, is there like a criteria for you? Like you gotta check certain boxes, or how does that work?
Yeah, you know, it's actually so funny. I was speaking with a filmmaker, and I'm looking for the films that don't check the boxes. I'm looking for the films that, you know, these might not have your biggest celebrity stars. They might not have your genre, you know, mainstream type feel to it, but there's something that they just keep you thinking. They might leave you with a smile. They might keep you wondering. They're just something that you might not have seen before, but you walk away having been glad to have seen that film.
Totally.
So I'm sensing the goal is a bit educational, something to expose people to they haven't been exposed to before, maybe.
Yeah.
And then what films are you playing this year?
So we have 4 films. We have a documentary called Writing with Fire. It was nominated for an Oscar this year, actually, and it's about the only female newspaper in India. We have another documentary called Citizen Ash about the tennis player Arthur Ashe and all of his legendary work in the field. We have 2 narrative films. One is called Hannah Ha Ha, about a girl who's just trying to discover herself. She's turning 26 and has to come off her dad's health insurance, so what's going to be next there? And the last film that I think audiences are going to really enjoy is called Small Town, Wisconsin, and it's about a father who's trying to bond with his son and takes him on a road trip to Milwaukee for the weekend. It's great. I was speaking with the filmmaker earlier today, and it's filmed in Wisconsin, has Wisconsin actors, local crew, and it's a really great film that I think audiences will enjoy.
I was going to say, when I was checking out some of the trailers for these films earlier today, I came across the Small Town, Wisconsin. And don't get me wrong, all 4 films look incredible, but there was just something about the little references about the state. I was like, I can relate to it. I love that. It's one of those things, you know, people in the Northwoods are going to love, right? Because it feels so much like home.
So do they all play in one evening, or is it over the weekend? How does this work?
Yes, so we're going to have 2 films on Friday night and 2 films this Saturday night. We'll be kicking off at 5:30 with a documentary film each day. We'll have Writing with Fire on Friday at 5:30, followed by Small Town, Wisconsin at 7:45. And on Saturday, we'll kick off with Citizen Ash at 5:30, followed by Hannah Ha Ha at 7:45.
Perfect. And this is going to be taking place right here in the Northwoods, correct?
Yes.
Where is this at?
All the films will be at the Lakeland Cinema in Woodruff, Wisconsin.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. This is so neat.
I know. It's, I mean, like I was saying before, it's not like you always realize, like, hey, there is like local ties to the film world, right? It's one of those things I don't think a lot of people would know exists, and I think that's probably also part of it too, is just getting the word out there, right?
Yes, absolutely. You know, we are always looking for more people to come. We would love to hear your thoughts on what we should be programming next year if you have ideas. You know, we want this to be a festival that's for the community and in a way by the community as well.
And you've been heading this up for a while.
Yes,
this is bigger and bigger every year.
We're trying, this is our 3rd year. So we're, you know, trying to grow steadily and bring more new films, bring things that you might not have seen before. So we're excited to be going into the 3rd annual edition.
So
folks who want to go, how do they attend these?
Yes, so tickets are available at the Lakeland Cinema website. You can also get there by going to northwoodsfilmfestival.org, and that'll direct you to where to purchase your tickets, or you can buy them in person at the theater.
Easy enough. So I'm going to make a little pitch to you right now, Bess. Next year, Jeff and I will enter our own film that we're going to shoot between now and then.
Perfect.
And it'll blow people's minds. Don't ask me what it's about yet. that is something that you will also.
I was going to ask you what it's about.
That is something we will all discover once we film it. It might honestly just be me following Jeff around with the camera.
I love it.
Because my life is that interesting, apparently.
It is very. He's a man of
perfect.
many hats. It'd be a fantastic film. Anyway.
Perfect.
Well, I'm going to quiz Jeff a little bit on his film knowledge after the break, and I might even quiz Bess for a little bit as well.
Go for it.
That's coming up next here on Up North at 4. Stick with us.